Japan has everyday things that feel like they've been borrowed from the future. And honestly, it's getting embarrassing how far behind the rest of us are. While most countries struggle to get a basic train to run on time, Japan is over here building human washing machines, relaxing foot spa trains, and roads that literally sing to you as you drive. And that's not even the strange part. What's wild is that none of this feels like tourist gimmicks. These are real things people actually use in their daily life. So today we're looking at 10 things in Japan that need to exist everywhere because once you see how smart, creative, and oddly comforting these inventions are, you're going to wonder why your country hasn't copied them already. Watch to the end because the last one, the Mario Kart story, is something almost nobody outside Japan actually knows the truth about. All right, let's get into it. Number 1. Japan's human washing machine. This is one of those inventions you hear about once and immediately think, why is this not in every hospital, spa, and airport lounge on Earth? Japan's human washing machine looks like a sleek, futuristic pod. But inside, it gently washes your entire body using warm water, micro bubbles, and soft air jets. You literally just slide down, relax, and the machine does everything for you. No scrubbing, no twisting your back, no awkward shower moments where the water pressure feels like disappointment. It was originally designed for elderly people and those with limited mobility, but honestly, anyone who's ever been tired, stressed, or just completely over life could use this. The best part? It's actually soothing. The bubble wash feels like a massage, and the machine even dries you automatically, so you walk out feeling unrealistically clean. Like brand new character in a video game, clean. It's practical, it's comforting, and it makes our regular showers feel like something from the Stone Age. Number 2. Japanese super toilets. If you've never used a Japanese toilet, it honestly changes your standards forever. These things aren't toilets. They're full-on comfort stations. Heated seats, built-in bidet sprays, warm air dryers, soft close lids that glide down like they're being polite, even background sounds so nobody has to hear your business. Japan has basically turned something awkward into something luxurious. What makes them so good is how normal they are over there. You don't have to go to a fancy hotel or some high-end spa. Even train stations and convenience stores have better toilets than most people's homes. And once you get used to the heated seat and the gentle spray that actually cleans you properly, going back to a cold, basic toilet at home feels like a personal insult. These toilets aren't just gadgets. They're proof that Japan puts real thought into everyday comfort. And honestly, every country needs to copy this immediately. Number 3, futuristic capsule hotels. Capsule hotels are one of those things people joke about until they actually try one. And then suddenly it's, why don't we have these everywhere? The new generation of Japanese capsules isn't some dark little box. They're clean, bright, and designed with more thought than most regular hotel rooms. You slide into your own little pod that feels like it was taken straight off a spaceship. Soft lighting you can adjust, a control panel for the fan, privacy blinds, charging ports, and sometimes even a tiny built-in TV or tablet. Everything is compact but surprisingly comfortable, like the world's most efficient bedroom. And because you're not paying for a giant room you don't need, the price is usually amazing. The best part is how quiet these places are. People actually respect the space. No slamming doors, no yelling down the hallway. Just calm, cozy sleeping pods with that soft, futuristic glow. It's perfect for solo travelers, late-night stopovers, or anyone who just wants a clean, comfy place to crash without spending a fortune. Capsule hotels look small, but they make travel feel easy. And honestly, the rest of the world could really use that. Number 4. Japan's unique KitKat flavors. Here's the thing about KitKats in Japan. They're not just snacks, they're a whole cultural moment. Japan has turned a simple chocolate bar into a national hobby. You walk into a convenience store and suddenly you're in a world where KitKats come in flavors nobody else would ever think of. Matcha, sakura, strawberry cheesecake, sweet potato, melon, even soy sauce. And somehow they all taste good. The best part is that these flavors aren't random. Japan actually designs them based on different regions, seasons, and local specialties. So the KitKat you buy in Kyoto won't be the same as the one in Hokkaido. And it turns a normal chocolate bar into a little souvenir hunt. It's fun, it's creative, and it makes every trip to the store feel like you're unlocking a new level of flavor. Meanwhile, most countries still think white chocolate is adventurous. Japan is playing a different KitKat game. And honestly, it's time the rest of the world caught up. Number 5. The Hello Kitty train. You know a country is doing something right when even its trains have more personality than most people's cars. The Hello Kitty train in Japan is bright, adorable, and completely unapologetic about it. From the outside, it looks like a giant pink bullet of happiness sliding down the tracks. But it's the inside that really gets you. Themed seats, pink details everywhere, cute decorations, An entire section's designed just to make the ride feel fun. It doesn't matter if you're a kid, an adult, or someone who claims they don't care about Hello Kitty. This train will win you over. It turns a basic trip into something you want to take photos of. It's the kind of thing other countries would never attempt because they'd worry it looks too childish. Japan doesn't care. If it makes people smile, it's worth doing, and that's why it works. It's a simple idea, but it turns public transport into an experience. Imagine stepping onto a themed train instead of the usual gray, lifeless commute. The world could use a bit more of that. Number 6. Japan's musical roads. Only Japan could look at a regular road and think, you know what this needs? A soundtrack. Scattered around the country are special roads with tiny grooves carved into the surface. When you drive over them at the right speed, the vibrations play a tune, like the road is literally singing to you. Some play folk songs, some play cheerful melodies, and some are designed to keep drivers awake on long, quiet highways. What makes them so smart is that they're not just for fun, they're also a safety feature. If you speed, the song sounds wrong. If you go too slow, you can barely hear it. When you're traveling at the perfect pace, the melody comes through clearly, almost like the road is saying, yep, you're doing it right. It's such a simple idea, but it makes driving feel cinematic, like your car has entered its own theme music. And honestly, imagine how much nicer long road trips would be if the streets back home could do this. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a like. It really helps the channel. All right, let's get back to it. Number 7, dry shampoo sheets. Dry shampoo in a spray can is fine until it isn't. It's bulky, it leaks, it gets taken off you at airport security, and sometimes it leaves your hair looking like you dipped your head in flour. Japan looked at all of that and said, nope, here's something better. Dry shampoo sheets are basically little wipes you keep in your bag. When your hair feels oily or flat, you just rub a sheet through it and it absorbs the sweat and oil instantly. No mess, no smell, and no white powder explosion. They're perfect for travel, hot weather, long days out, or those moments where your hair decides it's done cooperating. They're tiny, cheap, and honestly way more useful than people expect. Once you try them, you'll wonder why they aren't in every supermarket and pharmacy around the world. Japan really nails the simple but genius inventions, and this is one of them. Number 8. The conveyor belt sushi plate scanner in Kyoto. In Kyoto, conveyor belt sushi comes with one of the simplest but smartest systems ever invented. Instead of counting plates by hand or guessing your total, a staff member walks over at the end with a small handheld scanner. They wave it over your stack of empty plates, and instantly it calculates your entire bill. Every plate has a little RFID tag inside, so the scanner can read the price automatically. No mistakes, no arguments, no awkward plate counting moment where everyone tries to remember who ate what. It's fast, it's accurate, and the whole process is over in seconds. What makes it so clever is how effortless it feels. You finish eating, they scan your plates, and you're done. No waiting around, no confusion, just smooth Japanese efficiency. Honestly, every sushi restaurant outside Japan should be doing this already. It makes eating out feel futuristic without being complicated. Number 9. Japan's foot spa trains. Only Japan could look at public transport and think, you know what would make this better? A hot foot bath. And somehow, it works. Some Japanese trains have a special carriage where the seats face a long, wooden tub filled with warm, flowing water. You slip off your shoes, dip your feet in, and suddenly your train ride feels like a mini spa session. It's relaxing, it's quiet, and it actually makes travel enjoyable. Instead of checking your watch every 5 minutes, you're sitting there with warm water swirling around your feet, watching the countryside go by. And because this is Japan, the setup is spotless. Clean towels, beautiful wooden design, and staff who keep everything perfectly maintained. It takes something as boring as a train ride and turns it into a moment of calm. No phones buzzing, no stress, no rushing. Just warm water and a peaceful view. Other countries are still trying to fix their broken seats. Japan is out here giving people a foot spa. Number 10. Real-life Mario Kart in Japan? Well, kind of. For years, tourists came to Japan dreaming of racing through Tokyo dressed as Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach. And yes, that did used to be a real thing. People would zip through the streets in go-karts, waving at locals, taking photos, and living their best video game fantasy right in the middle of the city. But here's what most people don't know. It changed. Nintendo sued the original company for using the characters, and at the same time, Tokyo tightened safety rules after too many tourists crashed into taxis and buses. The combination basically ended the wild, chaotic version everyone remembers. Today, some kart tours still exist, but they've had to tone everything down. No Mario costumes, no buzzing through the busiest streets, no big groups weaving through traffic like a real-life race. Now it's more of a slow, polite sightseeing drive in a go-kart. Still unique, still very Japan, but not the viral madness people think it is. It's one of those things that shows how fast Japan evolves. Even when something disappears, it leaves behind a story that people never forget. Click on this video to watch 10 more things in Japan that need to exist everywhere. You're going to love those ones too.